Hello, students. I am Sir Glenn, your subject teacher. Welcome to General Mathematics, Grade 11. Our 7th module is all about annuities. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng isang annuity? So malalaman natin yan under this module. Our lesson 7.1, it is all about simple annuity. But before that, let us define first what is an annuity. Annuity is a powerful financial tool for most insurance companies as well as any buyer to plan for the future. It may involve regular deposits to a savings account, monthly mortgage payments, insurance premiums, pension payments, or any other business models involving series of equal payments at irregular intervals. An annuity is a sum of money that is paid in regular equal payments. Some examples of annuities are installment payments, monthly rentals, and then life insurance premiums. The period of time between consecutive payments is called payment interval. The term of an annuity is the time from the beginning of the first payment interval to the end of the last payment interval. The interval may be of any convenient length like monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. Types of annuities. So, marami tayong uri ng annuities. Okay, so according to payment interval and interest period, we have the simple and the general annuity. So, ano nga ba yung simple annuity? So, simple annuity, an annuity where the payment interval is the same as the interest period. So, kung yung payment interval mo ay monthly, yung pag-compute ng interest ay monthly din. So, simple annuity siya kasi pareho yung payment interval doon sa interest period. On the other hand, general annuity, it is an annuity where the payment interval is not the same as the interest period. So, for example, yung payment interval ay monthly pero yung interest period ay quarterly. So, example yon ng general annuity. Second category, types of annuities according to time of payment. So, we have the ordinary annuity and the annuity due. So, ordinary annuity or annuity immediate, a type of annuity in which payments are made at end of each payment interval. So, yung pagbabayad dito nangyayari sa katapusan ng payment interval, at the end of each payment interval. Annuity due, it is a type of annuity in which payments are made at the beginning of each payment interval. So, as compared kay ordinary, yung pagbabayad ng regular payment ay nagaganap sa umpisa ng payment interval. The third category is according to duration. We have annuity certain and contingent annuity. So, ano yung annuity certain? An annuity in which payments begin and end at definite times. So, yan yung uri ng annuity wherein may time limit, may katapusan yung paghuhulog. Okay? Nag-uumpisa siya at nag-i-end siya sa definite na time. Okay? And contingent annuity naman, an annuity in which the payments extend over an indefinite or indeterminate length of time. Ito naman yung klase ng annuity na hindi mo alam kung kailan mag-i-end. Okay? So, we have to define the following terms for us to really understand simple annuity. Term of an annuity, it is the time between the first payment interval and the last payment interval. Regular or periodic payment, capital letter R, the amount of each payment. Amount or the future value of an annuity, capital letter F, the sum of future values at all the payments to be made during the entire term of the annuity. Yan yung kabuuang amount ng annuity. The present value of an annuity, capital letter P, it is the sum of present values of all the payments to be made during the entire term of the annuity. So the focus of this lesson is on the ordinary annuity. So how do we compute the future value of an ordinary annuity? So the future value f of an ordinary annuity is given by f is equal to r times 1 plus I raised to m minus 1 all over I, where r is the regular payment, I is the interest rate per period, and m is the number of payments. Note, if the interest is compounded more than once a year, substitute I is equal to R all over N, and M is equal to MT, where R is the interest rate, N is the number of times that the interest is compounded per unit T, and T is the length of the term in years. The formula will then become F is equal to R times 1 plus R all over N raised to NT minus 1 all over R divided by N. Example 1. Suppose Mrs. Remoto would like to save 3,000 pesos every month in a fund that gives 9% compounded monthly. How much is the amount or the future value of her savings after 6 months? So here, yung regular payment, yung R ay 3,000. Yung interest rate ay 9%, compounded monthly siya. Ibig sabihin, yung value ng end ay 12. And then our time or term ay 6. For our solution, we identify the given. The regular payment is 3,000, the rate is 9%. Moving the decimal point twice to the left, for us to convert it to its equivalent decimal form, we have 0.09. The T is 6 months. Since given siya in months, we have to divide it by 12. So 6 divided by 12 is equivalent to 1/2, and then our N is 12 kasi compounded monthly siya. So we need to find the value of F. So using the formula F is equal to R times 1 plus R all over N raised to NT minus 1 divided by R all over N. Substituting the given, we have R is 3,000 times 1 plus the value of R is 0.09 divided by the value of N is 12 raised to 12 times the value of T is 0.5, since 1 divided by 2 is 0.5 minus 1 divided by R all over N, which is 0.09 all over 12. So simplifying 0.09 divided by 12, we have 0.0075, and simplifying 12 times 0.5, we have 6. Simplifying what's inside the square bracket, we have 1 plus 0.0075 raised to 6 minus 1 over 0.0075. We have 6.113632. So, multiplying 3,000 times 6.113632, it will give us 18,340.896. So, therefore, our answer is, the future value is 18,340.90. Our second example, in order to save for her high school graduation, Marie decided to save 200 pesos at the end of each month. If the bank pays 0.250% compounded monthly, how much will her money be at the end of 6 years? Let's identify the given. The regular payment is 200. The rate is 0.250%. Since compounded monthly siya, the value of N is 12. And the value of T is 6. The solution, we identify the given. R is 200. The rate is 0.250. To convert this to its equivalent decimal form, we move the decimal point twice to the left. So doing so, it will give us 0.0025. The value of T is 6 and the value of N is 12. So we need to find the value of F, or the future value. So using the formula F is equal to R times 1 plus R all over N raised to NT minus 1 all over R divided by N. Substituting the given, R is 200. The rate is 0.0025 divided by 12 raised to 12 times the value of T is 6 minus 1 all over 0.0025 divided by 12. So simplifying what's inside the parentheses, so 1 plus 0.0025 divided by 12 raised to 12 times 6 minus 1 divided by 0.0025 over 12, it will give us 72.533952. So multiplying 200 with 72.533952, it will give us 14,506.79. So therefore, our answer is the future value is 14,506.79. Let's move on to the next part. We have the present value of an ordinary annuity. The present value P of an ordinary annuity is given by P is equal to R times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative M all over I, where R is the regular payment, I is the interest rate per period, and M is the number of payments. If the interest is compounded more than once a year, substitute I with R all over N and M with NT, where R is the interest rate, N is the number of times that the interest is compounded per unit T, and T is the length of the term in years. The formula will then be P is equal to R times 1 minus 1 plus R all over N raised to negative NT all over R divided by N. Example 3. Suppose Mrs. Remoto would like to know the present value of her monthly deposit of 3,000 pesos when interest is 9% compounded monthly. How much is the present value of her savings at the end of 6 months? So we identify the given. The regular payment is 3,000. The interest rate is 9%, compounded monthly, so the value of N is 12, and the value of T is 6 months. So for the solution, we have the given R is 3,000. The rate is 9%. Moving the decimal point twice to the left, it will give us 0.09. T is 6 months. So since it is given in months, we divide it by 12. 6 divided by 12 or 1/2, and the value of N is 12. We need to find the present value P. So using the formula P is equal to R times 1 minus 1 plus R all over N raised to negative NT divided by R all over N. Substituting the given, we have R is 3,000 pesos times 1 minus 1 plus the value of the rate is 0.09 divided by the value of N, which is 12, raised to negative 12 times the value of T, which is 0.5, divided by 0.09 all over 12. So simplifying 0.09 divided by 12 and negative 12 raised to 0.5. So 0.09 divided by 12 is 0.0075, and negative 12 times 0.5 is 6. So simplifying what's inside the square bracket to any calculator available, we have 1 minus 1 plus 0.0075 raised to negative 6 divided by 0.0075. It will give us 5.84559763. So multiplying that with 3,000, it will give us 17,536.79. So therefore, the present value is 17,536 pesos and 79 centavos. Example 4. Mr. Rebaya paid 200,000 pesos as down payment for a car. The remaining amount is to be settled by paying 16,200 pesos at the end of each month for 5 years. If interest is 10.5% compounded monthly, what is the cash price of this car? So we are trying to find the cash price. So how are we going to solve it? So cash price is solved by adding the down payment and the present value. So ang hinahanap dito, para mahanap natin yung cash price, kailangan muna nating hanapin yung present value. So let's identify the given. The given here is the down payment is 200,000, the regular payment is 16,200, the time is 5 years, and the interest rate is 10.5%, and the value of N is 12 since it is compounded monthly. For our solution, we have the given, down payment is 200,000 pesos, R is 16,200, the rate is 10.5%. We move the decimal point twice to the left para makuha natin yung equivalent decimal point niya. It will give us 0.105. The value of T is 5 and the value of N is 12. So we need to find the cash price. But before that, kailangan muna nating mahanap yung present value niya. So solving for P, we have this formula. P is equal to R times 1 minus 1 plus R all over N raised to negative NT divided by R all over N. So substituting the given, we have R is 16,200 times 1 minus 1 plus the value of the rate is 0.105 divided by n, which is 12, raised to negative 12 times the value of t is 5, all over 0.105 divided by 12. So simplifying 0.105 all over 12, we have 0.00875, and simplifying negative 12 raised to 5, it will give us negative 60. Calculating this in any calculator available, we have 1 minus 1 plus 0.00875 raised to negative 60 divided by 0.00875 multiplied by 16,200, it will give us 753,702 pesos and 20 centavos. So that is the present value. So therefore, the present value of the car is 753,702 pesos and 20 centavos. We already have the value of the present value. So anong next na gagawin na natin? So we can now solve for the cash price. Solving for the cash price, we have cash price is equal to down payment plus the present value. So, ang ating down payment ay 200,000 at ang ating nakuha na present value ay 753,702 pesos and 20 centavos. So, adding these two quantities, we have 953,702 pesos and 20 centavos. So, therefore, our answer is the cash price is 953,702 pesos and 20 centavos. Let's now proceed in the periodic payment of an annuity. So kanina, nalaman natin kung paano isolve ang future value at ang present value. So papaano kung ang hahanapin natin ay yung periodic payment R or yung regular payment. So periodic payment R can also be solved using the formula for future value F or present value P of an annuity. So, yung formula sa pag-solve ng future value ay ito. So, we can derive the formula by dividing both sides by 1 plus I raised to m minus 1 all over I. So, kapag gagawin natin yan, ang magiging formula in finding the value of R kapag ang given ay ang future value ay R is equal to F divided by 1 plus I raised to m minus 1 divided by I. So, ang formula sa paghanap ng present value ay P is equal to R times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative m all over I. So, dividing both sides by 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative m all over I, it will give us R is equal to P all over 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative m divided by I. So, ito ang formula na gagamitin natin kapag ang given ay ang present value, where R is the regular payment, P is the present value of an annuity, F is the future value of an annuity, I is the interest rate per period, and M is the number of payments. Example 5, let's now use those formulas in this example. Example 5, Paolo borrowed 100,000 pesos. He agrees to pay the principal plus interest by paying an equal amount of money each year for 3 years. What should be his annual payment if interest is 8,000 pesos compounded annually? So, as you can see, ang given dito ay ang present value. So, ang gagamitin nating formula ay yung pangalawang formula. So, ang ating present value ay 100,000. Ang ating T ay 3. Ang ating interest rate ay 8%. Since compounded annually siya, ang N natin ay 1, we simply use the original formula. So, for the solution, we identify the given. The given is the present value is 100,000. I is 8%. So converting that to its equivalent decimal form, we move the decimal point twice to the left. It will give us 0.08 and the value of M is 3. We need to find the value of R or the regular payment. So using the second formula, R is equal to P divided by 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative M all over I. So substituting the given, we have P is 100,000 divided by 1 minus 1 plus the value of I is 0.08 raised to the value of M is 3. So negative 3 divided by 0.08. So calculating the denominator to any calculator available, we have 1 minus 1 plus 0.08 raised to negative 3 divided by 0.08. It will give us 2.57709699. So calculating this to any calculator available, 100,000 divided by 2.577096999, it will give us 38,803.35. So therefore, our answer is the man should pay 38,803 pesos and 35 centavos every year for 3 years. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more updates.